What's up guys, it's me, Lego Paradise here, and today I'm going to show you how to build this lockable Lego door. This is a great way to make your minifigures' homes more secure, because as you can see, without any keys, the door doesn't open. You can see it's actually got a little lock right in the centre that is currently shut because we haven't unlocked it. So to unlock it, we'll need to grab a key that fits the door. So this minifigure has one, and with that we can simply insert it into the keyhole underneath the doorknob. And you'll see it's still locked because we haven't turned the key to unlock it. But as soon as we turn the key upwards and push in, you'll see that the door actually unlocks and can be opened up. So let's take a look at that from the other side, because you'll see a bit better how this actually works. So you'll see if we let go of the key, that actually releases a lock, and that moves the lock inside the door up and down. That is a very cool and very compact design, and you can see this allows the door to actually be locked. You can see the green background behind the door, and if we lock the door again, you'll see that the black lock actually comes into play, and then as soon as we unlock it, the lock actually comes back up again. So that works really well, and it's a really neat and compact mechanism. I'll show you how to build this lockable Lego door in two sections, starting with the actual door itself, and then the door frame, which you can then build into your own Lego houses and buildings. So let's get started and take a look at what we're going to need to build it. Here are all the pieces you'll need to build the first half of your lockable Lego door, and I'm actually using 5 of these inverted 2x2 tiles for the back of the door, just to make it look a little bit neater. But if you don't have those pieces, you can easily replace them with some regular 2x2 plates. So once you've collected all your pieces, we can start by taking this 1x6 plate and 2 of the inverted 2x2 plates and clip them above there. Then a 2x3 plate over on the top there, and another inverted 2x2 tile over the back, with a 1x4 tile over on the top. So we're basically building this up in layers, with all of these inverted 2x2s on the back, a 1x3 plate over on the bottom, and the last inverted one over there. Then finally, for this middle part, just attach a regular 2x2 plate, and from here you can place the handle. And that allows the minifigures to open up the door from the inside. Now in this center spot over here, for the main mechanism, we'll use one of these 2x2 turntables. So clip that down, make sure that's nice and secure. And from that, we can attach this 2x2 round tile, and that needs to be clipped directly above that on the corner. And you need to make sure that is actually aligned just like this, so it's not too far up or down. So that way that will go up and down, and that acts as the simple but very effective lock for this lockable door. And to prevent that from going all the way down like that, just take a 1x1 stud with the hole inside the middle, and you can see that acts as a nice stopper. And that also allows you to take your key, insert it into the door, and if you've placed this 2x2 round tile correctly, when you lift the key up, that also lifts this tile up, and vice versa when it's the other way around. So that's just a really neat little mechanism that works super well. And with this cutaway view of the door, it's very easy to understand how this locking mechanism actually works. It's actually quite realistic to a very simple real life door lock. And we can continue on by basically building up the next layer, which will include these 2 bar pieces. And that's where we can attach door hinges, which will build in the next stage. Then take 2 1x4 plates above and below, so that will make it a nice solid door, and 2 1x2 plates over here, and also on the top there. So that way you still got space for the door lock to move about. And you can clip this 1x6 tile over on this side, and a 1x2 jumper tile or jumper plate over on the bottom, so just make sure that's not clipped down too much, and a 1x2 regular tile over next to that. Then 2 more jumper plates over on the top, and just place that down for now, because we'll build a little door handle, which is just a simple stud, and a 1x4 tile with the studs on 2 sides, so that allows somewhere nice to clip that, and that can just go on that side. So make sure that's not actually clipped too far down, just that's a tiny gap, just a fraction of a gap, so that the door lock falls back into place, and you might need to play around with that until that's working nice and smoothly, but that looks good. Then a 2x2 tile in the middle, and same thing with this, just don't clip that down too much, because this is a very small creation, and even a fraction of a millimeter will make it a lot less reliable as a function. Then finish that off with these 2x2 plates. Obviously you can secure them pretty well, but basically that should work perfectly, and with this all in place you can test that with the key again. So the key will just go into the actual lock, and that will lift up the door lock, and that will naturally fall back down when you're done again. So now that we've built the door itself, let's take a look at how to build the door frame. Here are all the pieces you'll need to build the second and final part of your lockable Lego door. Obviously you can customize this design to build it into your Lego houses and buildings, but I'm just going to show you an example door frame which you can use, and then you can obviously go ahead and customize this design to better suit your Lego building's own design. So to start off with, I'm just doing a quick basic tile design, and obviously you can change this up however you want, but that'll just provide a nice smooth base for the door to slide across, because it works better this way rather than having it across some studs. It's a bit more flush to the ground, so that's just some simple tiling. And then if we flip that round, we can start actually building up the door frame with a 2x2 brick over on this side, and a 2x2 plate on the other side, with a corner brick over here, a regular 1x2 brick over on the top of that, and then on top of the corner brick, just place this little clip piece. And this will allow us to actually attach this door hinge, which will be made out of this bar with a clip, and that will just need to hang out of the side just by a millimeter or so, and that will provide a nice good area for your door to swing across. So let's continue with this side for now, with another 2x2 corner brick, another regular 1x2 brick, and the second door hinge, which is just the same design as the first, with the little clip plate, and then the bar with the hinge over on the top. And again, make sure that's in line with the second one, so a bit further out towards this side, and obviously you can play around with that to get the best spacing, but I'll show you why that's important very soon. Then a second or third even 2x2 corner plate over on the top, and then we can switch over to this side. So this side we'll use 3 1x2 bricks stacked on top of each other just to build up the height a bit. So clip that round this side, and then for the actual lock, something like this is very important. Basically a panel piece. This will be nice and strong and provide a nice and strong area for the lock of the door to go into, and I'll show you how that works a bit more. But basically, apart from that, we'll need to finish this off with another 2x2 brick and a 2x2 plate to match the height of the other side. And then, quite simply, we can secure all of that door frame in place with a 2x8 plate and 2 1x8 tiles. So that's a very neat and simple design, and I'll show you how to best clip the actual door into place. So obviously that clips on to the door hinges, just like that, in between those bar pieces, and you'll see the reason that these two hinges are going to need to be a little bit further out is that so you have a tiny gap over here for the door to actually swing out. And you'll see basically we need this slight gap because the door actually opens inwards and this part of the door goes closer to the wall when it's swung open. But that's not too much of a problem because it's not really that big of a gap. And like I said, you can probably get this even smaller if you play around with that. But basically make sure that can still swing and that door has still got enough space to swing open once it's unlocked. And apart from that, you can also see how this bit works. Well, it's a little bit dark, but basically that door lock locks into place into that panel, and that's a nice and secure fit for the lockable Lego door. So that's just a couple of tips to bear in mind if you're going to customize this design. Just make sure you have that spacing and also the panel or some bricks on the other side to lock the lock of the door in place. So I hope you enjoyed building your lockable Lego door, and if you did, then don't forget to give this video a like. Let me know what you think of this design in the comments, and subscribe to my channel for more Lego creations. I've got a whole playlist full of these functional minifigure scale machines and creations that all include their own unique working mechanisms, and I'll leave a link to them in the description below. You can also join me on Patreon for even more exciting Lego videos, behind the scenes content, and other bonus videos. So if you'd like to support me and see your name here in the credits, there'll be a link to join me on Patreon in the description below. I'll see you guys next time with more Lego creations, and thanks for watching.